And all this while investigators try to figure out what was in a batch of drugs that led to an unprecedented amount of overdoses last week. They're looking hard at this man's activity. He's in jail for allegedly selling drugs that led to a dozen overdoses in Mount Sterling last week. Local 12's Anjanette Levy's in the newsroom with what the DEA is saying. Anjanette.
Well, Cammie, Robert Shields is that man's name. DEA agents took him into custody last Friday when they say he was on his way to sell drugs on the west side of Cincinnati. Shields now faces federal charges. Agents say Shields sold fentanyl to people who come to Cincinnati from Mount Sterling, Kentucky, and the drugs led to a dozen overdoses and one death there. According to court papers, a woman named Tracey Myers told investigators she delivered the fentanyl to people in Mount Sterling, and it was given to her by a man named Wesley Hamm. He said he knew the person who died. Now DEA agents are investigating whether Shields could have been one of the people who sold the heroin that led to all of those overdoses here last week.
We're doing our part now to try to work backwards and identify whether or not Mr. Shields or anyone that he was working with may have sold fentanyl to individuals here in the tri-state area that may have overdosed. It's going to take some time, through looking at phone records, interviews.
It's kind of when the bell rang, really, for me, and I just figured it was enough suffering for everybody.
And that's why Wesley Hamm said he decided to cooperate. Shields' case will go to a federal grand jury. He's in jail in the Lexington area tonight. Cammie?
Anjanette Levy, thank you. And if you know something about who was selling the heroin, call Crime Stoppers. That number is 352-3040.